Welcome back to Wikilert.
Today, we're reflecting on a loss that's hit the veteran community hard, the passing of Louie Baur, better known as Combat Craig, on August 23, 2025. Picture this, a man who dedicated his life to helping veterans navigate the complex maze of VA benefits, a YouTube creator whose videos empowered thousands, succumbs to a tragic accident at just 57. His death, caused by a fall at his home studio, has sparked an outpouring of grief and gratitude from the veterans he served and the fans he inspired. This isn't just about a man's passing, it's about a legacy that transformed lives, a voice that refused to be silenced, and a spirit that continues to guide. Let's honor Combat Craig's journey, explore the circumstances of his loss, and reflect on why his work meant so much to so many. Louie Baur, or Combat Craig, was a force of nature. A U.S. Army veteran from California, he turned his personal battles with the Veterans Administration into a mission to help others. After serving his country, Baur faced the same frustrations many veterans know too well: denied claims, endless paperwork, and a system that often felt stacked against them. In 2019, he launched CombatCraig.com on a YouTube channel that became a lifeline for veterans and active duty service members nearing discharge. With over 214,000 subscribers, his videos broke down the VA claims process with clarity and grit, offering tips on everything from filing for disability to securing Nexus letters. Posts on Reddit praised his knack for explaining complex rules in a way that resonated, with one user calling him a guide for guys who'd otherwise be lost. His boot camp and BDD workshop, as noted on his website, provided in-depth guidance through live Q&As and private support, helping thousands achieve higher disability ratings, some even reaching 100%. Baur's approach was raw and relatable. He wasn't an accredited VA agent or attorney, as his YouTube disclaimer made clear, but that was his strength. He spoke as a veteran who'd been through the trenches. His videos, some dating back years, covered critical topics like tinnitus claims and PACT Act benefits, earning praise for their practical advice. A Reddit thread from 2023 highlighted his early content as a goldmine for navigating CNP exams, though some criticized his later shift to shorter, promotional clips, pushing his $99 to $180 bootcamp memberships. Despite this, his impact was undeniable. Veterans like Philip, quoted on CombatCraig.com, credited Baur's med team for Nexus letters that boosted their ratings from 50% to 100%. On X, fans shared stories of how his guidance turned their lives around, one calling him a brother who fought for us all. His trademark tagline, "Helping veterans help themselves," wasn't just a slogan, it was his life's work. The news of Baur's death broke on August 23, 2025, through a statement on CombatCraig.com, leaving the veteran community in shock. He wasn't felled by the medical issues he'd battled in recent years, including health struggles that had limited his public appearances. Instead, it was a tragic accident, a fall at his home studio in California, where he struck his head while heading to what he called the Combat Craig bunker, his recording space. The announcement, posted by his team, painted a vivid picture of a man full of energy, heading downstairs to create more content for the community he loved. The irony wasn't lost on fans. A man who spent years fighting for others' survival was taken by a sudden, unforeseen moment. Tributes flooded X, with users like @beard_vet mourning him as a dedicated patriot, while Reddit threads shared clips of his videos, urging others to keep his advice alive. The circumstances of his passing added a layer of heartbreak. Unlike other losses we've covered, like Joy Banerjee's battle with illness or the violent incident involving Psycho Stu, Baur's death was a cruel twist of fate. No warning, no prolonged struggle, just a moment that stole a giant. His team's statement emphasized that his legacy endures through the Combat Craig Support team, which remains committed to helping veterans with VA claims. They urged fans to honor him by supporting scholarships for veterans unable to afford boot camp training, a call echoed on X, where one post suggested donations as a way to keep Craig's mission alive. The community's response was overwhelming. Veterans shared stories of how his videos helped them secure benefits, with one Reddit user noting that Baur's advice on lay statements was a game changer for their tinnitus claim. This story resonates because it's about more than a YouTube creator, it's about a man who turned his struggles into a beacon for others. Baur's work bridged the gap between the VA's bureaucracy and the veterans. It often failed, offering hope where there was frustration. His passing echoes other stories we've explored, like Willie Rioli's resilience through adversity or Victor Gyökeres's redemption arc, where personal battles fuel public impact. The controversy around his later content, some Reddit users called it exploitative for pushing paid services, doesn't diminish his contributions. He built a platform that empowered thousands, and his team's commitment to continue his work ensures his voice won't fade. The broader conversation now turns to the VA system itself, with fans on X calling for reforms so veterans don't need a combat Craig to navigate it. As we reflect on Louie Baur's life, we see a man who lived for others, a veteran who fought not just for himself but for every service member facing the same battles. His death at 57, in the heart of his mission, is a reminder of life's fragility and the urgency of leaving a mark. Combat Craig's legacy. Thousands of veterans with better lives, a platform that still guides, and a community united in gratitude, will outlive him. What does his story mean to you? Have you or someone you know been touched by his work? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how Combat Craig inspired you. Thank you for joining me in honoring this remarkable soul. If this video moved you, please give it a like and subscribe for more stories that celebrate those who change lives. Until next time, let's keep carrying the torch for veterans like Louie Baur.